And we're back. Another week, another inspirational yet fire segment. I'm your girl, Onney the CEO, and I want to thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be talking about all things giving back, not forgetting our people, and going back to our roots. So I need you guys to stay plugged in, tuned in, tapped in, because you're now with Oustide the Box. This beautiful soul that I have on the show today, we go way back. She's been giving back to the community for years and years. And so I couldn't think of a better way than to give her her flowers than to have her right here on Oustide the Box. So without further ado, I want you guys to give it up for Miss Yolanda Kent.
Yes. Hey.
Thank you so much for coming to sit on the couch with me.
Yes, ma'am.
And let me pull some layers back on you because you're always so active in the community. And a lot of times when we're active in the community, people see us as givers, but they forget that we're sometimes human and we sometimes carry the weight of the world on our shoulders as well. So carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders and still finding the strength, the grace, the love to give back is an amazing character trait to have. And so I just wanted to welcome you and thank you for coming to sit on the couch with me.
Oh.
So I know who you are, but for those that are listening and for those that are watching, hey y'all, can you tell us who you are, what you do, and what brings you to Oustide the Box?
Well, my name is Yolanda Kent. I do a lot of things, right? God has blessed me with gifts and many talents. But my main objective is definitely to give back to the community, give people what I didn't have. You know, I grew up very unfortunate. So me giving back is a beautiful thing. My organization, we do case management as well as mental health and social work and things like that. We are like your hub center.
What's the name of your organization again?
Anointed for Love Incorporated.
All right, Anointed for Love. Now, I have had the grace and pleasure to be able to work with you on several events. Now, before I get into all of that, I just want to know a little bit about you. Like, where are you from? Are you from Houston?
I'm a native Houston.
Okay.
Houstonian. I really have been everywhere in Houston. You know, we moved around a lot. We lived on Homestead. First, I was in A-Leaf, and we moved around a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Anointed for Love. Obviously, that was something that was manifested out of love.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that and how did that start?
Like I said, I grew up very abandoned, you know, not really affectionate household. So I know that love is very important, especially to children, you know, so that's kind of where it came from, you know, in spite of my rejection, in spite of my abandonment. I feel like smile and give love and you'll be all right.
All right. Now, so you tell us that, you know, you came from a background that probably, you know, could have been a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
And that inspires you to want to give back.
Yes.
Now, in your journey of doing so, did you have a support system in place? Or?
I did have a support system. My mom is really literally my only support system. But like I said, you know, growing up, a lot of parents there's no handbook, right? There's no manual. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You do the best you can, you know. So some things that I've learned in my family that I wanted to learn more about and give more information to not only my family, but the community as well.
Now, also, I recall doing an event with you, and it was raising awareness for autism.
Yes.
You know, and so I want to ask you, I just want to dig a little bit, go back a little bit, and ask you what inspired that movement, for you to raise awareness and hold these awesome events. I mean, she had comedians, she had rappers, singers, poets.
Yes.
I mean, and you were entertaining the people, you were giving back, they were able to come and get supplies and things that they needed as well as be entertained. So what inspired you to start raising awareness for autism?
Well, like I said, going back to my family, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of my family members suffer with ADHD, autism, a lot of different mentally challenged issues. I don't like exploiting my family, but I feel like a lot of don't really,
Right.
they kind of push it under the rug. So I wanted to bring that knowledge about autism and how it affects African Americans and how it affects more boys than it do girls. And then not only that, just to give an innovative way to give this information, right? We like to party.
Right.
We like to be entertained. So be entertained and get some information too.
And I really think people need to be educated on autism. A lot of our people,
Yes.
African Americans, do not go get their children tested.
No.
They label them as bad kids.
Yes.
Or they spank them when they're acting out, when really that's the only way they know how to communicate, because they have autism. And they haven't had the proper medical diagnosis for a parent to even be able to come at them from that angle of understanding that they're not able to express themselves in the
Right.
way that we can. So I just want to take a minute to commend you for stepping out on faith and being a part of that movement for autism awareness as well. Now, you also are very active in the senior community.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about that a little bit, because
Yes,
the
ma'am.
last event you actually had the jazz musician there.
Yes.
And you were able to entertain them as well as give them gift baskets.
Yes, so I've been a CNA for 25 years.
Okay.
I started as a CNA taking care of my step-grandmother since I was 16, and it just went from there. A lot of my clients, they love me. They don't want me to leave. When I did private duty, they were like, we want you to come back. I just think that the elderly community have so much wisdom. They have so much knowledge to give. And it's amazing just to sit there with them, talk to them, really get to know them. They're not ostracized, they're not out of the loop. They still are human as well, and they need care too.
And it is so amazing that you are using your resources and your platform to raise awareness in so many different areas, because often the elderly gets forgotten.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? And it's very sad, because my father, he lives in a senior community where it's, you have to be a senior to live in a community. And I visit him and I call my dad every day. And it's so sad when I hear about the coroner having to come and pick up a body that has been in this apartment for days at a time, because they don't have family that come and check on them and call on them. So to have resources and entertainment and to be reminded that they are remembered, they are important, they are special, is a beautiful thing, because often our elderly gets forgotten just as much as some of our young kids that are caught up in the system gets forgotten, out of sight, out of mind type ideal. So I just want to commend you for that as well. So, of course, you've always had a want and a desire to give back, but what was your aha moment that told you, okay, it's time to act upon that desire? Where were you in life when that happened?
You getting deep, girl.
I'm pulling layers back, girl. I want to know. Because a lot of times we respond from our own traumas.
It's true.
And so a lot of times empathic people are people that have been through trauma. And so we tend to overgive.
Yes.
We'll get to that a little bit later in the show. However, I want to know, where were you when you decided to step out and be a giver?
I felt empty. I felt real empty inside. I felt hopeless. I felt like the world was coming down. Support system is cool, but you have to have that inside, and that what was missing. The love in me was missing. It was given, but it was missing in the inside. So as much as I was giving, I was sad. So that's kind of what started me to doing it, giving no matter what. Even if you feel empty, even if you lost your grandfather. Like I lost my grandfather when that event came and I was there. You know what I'm saying? So in spite of it all, inspire, give, love.
Now I will tell you this, and you can take this how you want it. Y'all, I hope I don't turn y'all off, okay? It's just some knowledge, some nuggets that I done picked up along my way. And I've told other people this because I picked this up. Shout out to Chris Smith, sisters, a room full of sisters. You give from your overflow, because I was just about to ask you now, while you're doing all this giving, who's pouring into you?
Like I said, I have a support system. I do. I have a mom and a stepdad. But a lot of times when people that are your family and your close Ruha people, they'll Ruha you, but they really not, when the rubber hits the road, they really kind of like, we'll win with you, but we ain't losing with you.
Right. Yeah.
So that's kind of how it is. I do have people pouring in me, like, counsel, wise counsel and things like that. But at the end of the day, it's men. You know what I'm saying? It's me and God at the end of the day.
And what do you do to recharge?
Get grounded.
Get grounded. And what do you do to do that?
Yoga.
Okay.
That has been my best friend, girl. Like yoga and stretching and music. Baby, I dance in the mirror like I'm the finest Beyonce walking.
You better. You better. And I ask these questions because there are givers among us in our community that's tuned into this show right now who give from a good, sweet place. And sometimes we have to really hone in and listen to God's voice on that voyage of being a giver. Because one thing about it is givers have limits, takers don't. And so sometimes we can trample what God has given us as a blessing to the people that God is trying to teach a lesson to. So you have to be really in tune with knowing, is it God telling me to bless this person, or is it me blessing them out of my need to feel validated? You see what I'm saying? And that's where I had to get, and I got that knowledge when I finally had to say no and didn't have a choice but to say no, and realized that no one remembered all the yeses that I said before that.
Right.
And of course it taught me how to give from a place of not expecting, no expectations, because that's how you're supposed to give in the first place.
Right.
But a lot of times the people that we love on, we expect for them to be appreciative. We expect for them to be reciprocal. And a lot of times that doesn't happen. And the saying is true, you can't pour from an empty cup. So the reciprocation and the giving, of course, you get that in your grounding, but your support system is so important. Now, let's move a little bit further along. Now, you actually have an event that's coming up.
Yes.
September 30th.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us about it.
Well, the event is really, like I said, to give back, but not only to give back, but to give information, right? A lot of times I have private conversations with friends, close friends, and we talk about topics that a lot of politicians or a lot of healthcare professionals don't know about, right? So to give that platform for a healthier discussion and also do it in an innovative way with entertainment. And then all of our workshops will be in one building.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. And so when you say workshops, can you tell us a little bit about the workshops?
The workshops can go anywhere from anger management techniques. What else? We have trauma healing through motor skills. We have creative writing, creative arts. What is another one? We have the whole body fitness. So it's just a different, and then we have the robotics. So it's just different organizations coming together that's associated with us that'll be in one building.
I love that. Oh my God. You really making your mark on the community, ma'am. You go ahead and be a bright light in the dark room. I'm not mad at you.
I try to, it's not me.
Yes, indeed. So, for those, now, you are a nonprofit organization, and I know that sometimes, even though it's a nonprofit organization, a lot of times we pull from our own profit to keep it going.
Yes.
So, for those that are listening and watching that want to be able to participate and donate to what it is you're doing, what is your Cash App?
Is anointed the number 4 love INC.
And if you're watching, all you gotta do is pull your phone out and scan the code. Every dollar helps.
Yes.
Make sure you donate to the cause. They're doing amazing things in the community. I also want to highlight your Instagram page as well, because if they want to stay up to date on your interviews, on your events, and what you have going next, they can also follow you at A4Love, the number 4 love _ nonprofit org, so that they can stay plugged in, tuned in, and tapped in to what you have going on.
For sure.
So, what advice can you give others that are in your path of giving back?
Break. Take a break. Breathe. Enjoy the moment. For sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yes. I like that. Now, if it was something that you could have done different on your particular journey, what would it have been?
Definitely the gym you just dropped. That was definitely used to be my story, right? I gave and gave till I couldn't give no more. So once I became a stewarded over my heart, I became a better soul.
I love that. Yeah, you gotta be a steward over your own heart.
Yes.
So tell us again where we could find you. You are your Instagram. Let's bring up your Instagram page. Yes, we want you guys to follow that. And for those that want to follow your Facebook page,
Shalonda Dolly Decor.
You can follow her there as well. So what do we have to look forward to from Anointed for Love outside of the event for September 30th? Because we need you guys to show up, show out, donate. We want to make this a very big event. We want to make sure that we can help a lot of families. What are some of the things that you'll also be doing a raffle there as well?
Yes, we'll be doing a raffle. We're giving away furniture from Texas. He's a close friend of mine. I always forget his business. He's probably going to cuss me out, but but his Texas furniture store. He is a really good friend of mine. He donated some tables and some couches, and so we'll be giving that away. We're actually giving that away, and then we have raffle tickets, and then we also have essential giveaways as well: school supplies, uniforms.
I love it.
Yes.
I love what you're doing for the community.
Yes.
Is there anything else you want to share with the community while you're here? Because you got a moment.
No, just support as much as you can. I know I'm not the only organization out there that's doing great things in the community, but whatever organization you choose the right one, the ones that are genuinely giving from their heart.
Yeah.
And just keep it real.
I like that.
Keep it real.
Keep it real. Keep it real. Well, I want to thank you for coming on Outside the Box and keeping it real, and just for letting me get all in your business. Because, some people, they do it and they don't get their flowers. And of course, you're not supposed to just do it for the love of people. You do it from the love in your heart. But even those that are working in silent, in private, because, I've seen you go out and collect donations so that you can go and give them back. And it's triple digit weather, okay? Triple digit weather. She's out there.
Out my trunk.
Yes, popping trunk. You know what I'm saying? I done pulled up on your time too. You know what I'm saying? So just to be able to give you your flowers and have you on the show and tell you thank you for being an asset to our community in the ways that you have been over the years, and you have not quit. You have not quit on the people, and you have not quit on yourself.
Yes.
So you just keep going, girl.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
And for our viewers and our watchers, I want to remind you guys that today's show has been powered by Swan Isle Sea Moss and Beverages. Be sure to get your wild-crafted sea moss from Swan Isle. Follow them on the gram, SWANNISLE. And for our viewers and watchers, we are on multiple platforms. You can find us on Hip Hop Street's live stream music app, Third Coast TV, iHeartRadio, Google, Spotify, Anchor Radio, Public. We are everywhere. Find a platform that works for you. Make sure you follow. Make sure you comment. And if you really like the content, I'm asking for my watchers to come and join my personal community over on YouTube, Oustide the Box with Onney. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, click that bell notification so you can be notified when we drop new fire segments. Join the conversations, comment, like, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. We are doing amazing things. We have over 130 shows available for you, so you can scroll down. I'm sure you may see someone that you yourself know. And if you're a content creator and you like what you see and you want to be able to create content, you can become a podcast content creator today. Go to www.onneystudios.com and find out about our podcast packages. We are the new one-stop shop for podcasting. So make sure you log in. I want to thank you again, Shalonda, for letting me come and get all in your business. And I wish you so much success on your journey. And I thank you for letting me be a part of it.
Thank you.
All right. Well, our guest, that is our show for the evening. I want to thank you guys for being plugged in, tuned in, tapped in to Oustide the Box.